about to open some fucking windows.
Thanks for tuning in to Tony Rewind and the Tony Rewind Show. It's me, your gracious host, Tony Rewind, back in the building. We got a hot one today, straight off the internet streets. Let's go.
I really want to understand why Rockefeller won, and
it's because it was real.
Because it was real.
It was real, and I wasn't having it. No one wanted to sign. Think about how this is the record industry. I took Jay-Z and shopped him to every single label, and they all said no. I had to do it myself.
Why did they say no?
Either he was too old, he rapped too fast, they just didn't have it. So we were like, we'll do it ourselves. So that's the thing. Remember when I said before, people been telling me I'm not a superhero, and I know I am, right? So if someone told you that you couldn't sell companies and do the things that you did, because to them, it's superhero shit. It's a dream that can't come true for them. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've done things that people want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, if you came with that idea to certain people, they'd say, give you 30 reasons why you can't do it. The reason why Rockefeller was good, the reason why I did what I had to do, was because I knew how to have a clear dream without anyone obstructing it. I knew how to visualize winning. So if somebody told me, you can't do that because of this, get out my dream. Because that's not the last thought I'm going to have with my dream, because my mind is powerful. And whatever I see in my mind, I can make happen.
That whole stint of your career, the Rockefeller chapter, do you have any regrets surrounding that when you look back and think, I wish I'd done that differently? I wish someone had told me this thing.
That's Rockefeller. That shit is art. Why would I want to mess with that? Look how it's impacted the world. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there'll be certain things that just because I know better, I do different. But who cares, man? I was like a kid.
What are those things? If you were giving me advice.
I wouldn't have been so generous with Jay. It was more friendship for me and money for him. And I always felt that, but I ignored it a little.
You regret ignoring that?
I don't regret it. I wouldn't have let certain things happen because I didn't think they could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would never do that. But he did things that I thought he would never do. So now I would be like, oh, he would do that. And I would make sure it didn't happen. So Rockefeller would probably still exist right now.
I made those mistakes too.
It is what it is. Actually, the life that I got after Rockefeller was it's been so fulfilling, and I've had so much fun. I just opened up art galleries all over the world and made music with cool people, and I just been doing cool shit for the last 10 years.
I was compelled by what you said earlier when you said Rockefeller would still exist.
Yeah. Okay, you tell me what was the end of Rockefeller and why it happened.
From what I understand, and again, this is just what I've read, there was a dinner that took place between you and Jay, where Jay wanted to sell Rockefeller to Def Jam.
No, that's not what happened.
Okay, well, there you go.
We met at dinner because I had heard from L.A. Reid that Jay was like, I'll take the job of president, but Damon and Biggs can't be down with Rockefeller. And L.A. Reid was like, yo, and I thought John McNeely had said this shit. I was like, Jay could have never said that. And we went and he did me like public place, the whole shit, and told me this shit. And I was just like, you fucking serious?
Jay told you that?
He said, yeah, I want to be looked at as a businessman. And as long as you're around, I can't be looked at as a businessman. But I was like, what's that got to do with Rockefeller? So he was like, yo, y'all can have Rockefeller, but just give me my Reasonable Doubt masters back. I said, let me think about it. And I went and did a screening of The Woodsman, and I was like, yo, come with me to the screening so he could walk the carpet. He's like, nah, you're all dressed up. And I was like, this nigga never helps. But my point is, regardless of what, Rockefeller still existed. It's just I didn't run it. So why isn't there still a Rockefeller?
Rockefeller was sold, right? In the end?
It was sold, but they gave Jay to run Rockefeller. So Kanye was still there. Everybody was still there. Why is there no more Rockefeller?
You tell me.
Well, usually when a rapper runs other rappers, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work no more. It just means there was no Rockefeller unless I run it. That's it. So I would have continued to run it. I wouldn't have put that, I would have dealt with it different.
And how, when you're going forward in like,
But I didn't want to run Rockefeller no more. I was done with that. At that time, I was already at Rockware. My office was not, I wasn't fucking with music no more.
and Rockware was making a lot of money, right?
Yeah, but it was just more, I was just inspired. I was just sick of being in that building and dealing with dumb shit. I was done with the music business. I wanted to do fashion. I was done with it. So I looked at it as an out. Like, out of obligation, I would have still ran Rockefeller because I gave my commitment. But because they was acting silly, I was like, yo, take it. I want to go anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
How do you feel towards Jay-Z now?
I don't feel nothing.
No bad feelings, no good feelings?
No feelings. If I deal with feelings, then they would probably not be so complimentary.
He's obviously achieved, tremendous success in all he's done in multi-industries and all that kind of thing. What is it about him that you think has put him in that position? His characteristics?
I don't want to talk about Jay.
You don't want to talk about him?
Not really. Like, I know what Rockefeller was and how we did business, so it's hard to, I don't even try to figure that shit out. Period.
You have a really unique perspective in the sense that you yourself, Kanye, Jay, you got to see the characteristics that made them go on their journeys, and that's really what I was trying to get at. Is like, what are those?
The difference between Jay and Kanye, and I say it, Jay is about the money, period, and Kanye is about the art and the money. But it's the art, you know what I mean? Like Jay, like Kanye is a real artist. Like Kanye is in different dimensions. Like, he really focuses on that fashion. I never saw Jay do that, ever.